I'm Jacqueline. I'm here for Airport Improvement Magazine, and today we're going to be talking to Blair from JSM Airports.
Hi, good morning.
You work for JSM Airports.
I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about JSM?
Sure, we are a strange firm in the sense that we do things that a lot of people don't do. We have a unique basket of service offerings that we offer. Most notably, what we do is a lot of baggage handling system master planning, design for SEBA security systems, sort systems, so forth, as well as we'll do construction administration for projects after they become a project. So that's the bulk of what we do. But biggest interesting is for us to, when we have to really kind of get into some complex TSA or CBP type issues, we're enjoying doing a little bit of that right now, and that's been inspiring for us.
Okay, so what newest project have you done on that front?
Well, right now we're engaged in a project at St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, and a lot of people don't know, but it's the only airport in the world where they have both an inbound and outbound CBP process.
Okay, so explain to us what CBP process is.
Well, Customs and Border Protection.
Okay.
So that you, even as a United States citizen, and you fly to another U.S. territory, you technically have not left the U.S. However, when you leave St. Thomas, you have to go through customs.
Okay.
And so it's almost like you're entering the U.S. again, even though you never really left it.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a different scenario there, very unique. And some of the things we're trying to do down there are where we get both the TSA and the CBP to work together. As you might appreciate on an island like that, the footprint that we have available to us for the airport is quite small. So anywhere that we can share resources and assets for the benefit of both agencies, we're trying to do. Wonderful. So that's one of the efforts we're doing right now, and it's proving to be a very interesting one.
Yeah, I would imagine a lot of different variables in that project. So what are some recent industry trends that you've had to adjust for?
Yeah, so recently it seems the market is moving into a very interested in going with a progressive design build type of procurement method, whereby they're bringing the construction manager or the GC team in early into the design process so they can be integral to the final stage of the design, as well as offering opinions on rough orders of magnitude of what you're designing, as well as constructability type of consultation that they'll bring in and make sure that everything is buildable and it's not some pipe dream that's an
attainable goal.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been a favored method here recently. That's also kind of been very conducive to bringing in some different technologies into the mix as it relates to the baggage handling systems. As you know, there are quite a number of new technologies that are being introduced to the United States that have been used in a lot of places elsewhere in the world with great success, and we're finally kind of bringing some of those here, and they're proving to be quite successful deployments. Many great successes in the sense that both, for example, with the tote technology that we brought to a couple locations, San Francisco and Orlando both have it, and they're the only two systems that have been certified by the TSA with 0 lost bags in SEBA. The only two. So the technology pretty much proves itself, and it is just a superior way of performing the check bag inspection function, or the security function for the baggage. So very, very interested in kind of deploy a little bit more of those around the world and around the States, because it performs quite well.
Love to hear no lost bags.
Yeah, that's it's important simply because your bag isn't delayed getting to its final makeup destination, where then it can easily be loaded onto a plane and doesn't miss a plane, won't get hung up in the TSA. Yeah.
You are an expert in consultation and design for bag handling systems, and I know you've worked on some cutting edge stuff to better improve that. So can you explain the conventional bag handling system as opposed to ICS?
So one of the biggest differences is the ability to track the bag with 100% accuracy, and that's really kind of the coup de grace of bag systems. Is if you can do that, then all of a sudden so many more capabilities come into play, so many more service levels are able to be met as it relates to the passengers and the users of the system. Conventional conveyors, 75 plus years old. There's obviously new technology since that time, and we're, they offer a lot more opportunities for a few things. Obviously, there's some things that this technology can do that the old technology cannot do. There are obviously some limitations that go along with it as well. But so typically, what happens is there'll be a meld of the technologies whereby we'll use the conventional to bring the bag to that portion of the system, and then through the security function, we like to use a tote system or an ICS system, which is individual carrier systems, which, by the way, is a umbrella term for a number of technologies, that being tote systems, tilt trays, MITs, if you will, mobile inspection tables, and so forth, as well as automated guided vehicles. So there's a lot of products out in the marketplace now that have been used successfully in distribution centers and applications, which lend themselves quite nicely to baggage handling systems as well. So from our standpoint, we like to determine the best application of each technology for each function that it will perform within a baggage system. So not necessarily sold on a single technology for an entire system. Typically, it's a meld of technologies that will produce the best results. And so that's kind of where we like to see ourselves positioned, is trying to find that mix and that balance for what is the right application and which technology will serve it properly.
Wonderful. So really assessing each step of the process according to that airport's capabilities. And
yes, obviously an airport's geometry comes into play dramatically as well. A lot of times you can't always fit certain things into certain areas. Another thing that we're starting to do now more is using vertical lifts within a bag system, whereby we're traversing, say, 5 levels of floors. Instead of having a big ramp looking type of a conveyor to run it all the way down, you can imagine the amount of space that takes up versus running down a vertical column. So again, lots of opportunities there to try to change and better utilize space as it relates to an airport, because every airport is very different. Their geometries are very different. Some have great resources to work with, others have very limited resources to work with. So it becomes a real challenge to try to figure out just that, what's the best application to get a bag from point A to B.
So tell us about some of your recent projects. Anything exciting that you've recently worked on?
So yeah, one of the ones that we're currently engaged in right now is in Cincinnati. They are replacing their entire baggage system. Their system is 35 plus years old. It was put in 93, I want to say, I think was finally finished. And they were using a form of individual carrier system back then, which was the tilt tray. However, it's gotten to the point where it's just old and needed replacement. We decided to go with a different technology. For example, they have a tunnel system there where they run all of the baggage in, as well as the train that transports people from the main terminal out to the air sides. We use that same tunnel for the baggage system, and so it's about I would say a little bit more than a quarter-mile run, at least, for the bags, and we can now put high-speed transportation in the bag system down there using what we're going to use as the tote system type of technology there. So we're going to be able to enjoy, having 100% tracking through the security portion of it, and then be able to spirit the bags out to the concourse A and concourse B in very quick fashion with that technology. For example, in a conventional conveyor system, the highest speeds you're really going to approach are 300, 380 to 400, whereas with the tote system, I can run 1,600 feet per minute. So dramatic difference in the speeds, a dramatic difference in the ability to track, and so that's a project we're working on right now. It's very exciting, trying to do a couple different things there as well, where we're using some combination of both different makeup operations there as well. So yeah, we're expanding that airport's capabilities dramatically with the bag system, and giving them a very robust system that'll carry them through the next 35 years.
That's wonderful. Anything else interesting, exciting that you would like to cover about the industry that I haven't asked?
Well, there's a lot of movement in the industry right now. There's a lot of projects on the street. Obviously, we're all challenged by trying to find good qualified personnel to work for us and get projects done, because there's just a lot of projects happening at one time, where it's kind of stripping the resources of the industry a bit. It's a great time to be in the industry, obviously, for all of us. We're all very, very busy, and obviously all trying to find new personnel to fill the voids
Right.
of where we need to perform projects. So unfortunately, that's kind of a downside. It's a cutting a double-edged sword there, great for the industry, but there are challenges that go along with that as well.
Very much so. Well,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
my pleasure. Great to talk to you today.
You too.